Hello everybody and welcome back. I am here with a video I wanted to do for, last week, but my toy ended up coming out last week, I had to do a pull video. So here it is, this is this week's video. I want to talk about Wins A1 and whether it's more useful than people say it is, and do you need it? I'm gonna spoil that bit a little bit. Don't feel the need to A1 any character, no matter how good they are. Every character is usable and viable at A0. So already just don't pull the A1 if you're strapped for cash or if you just are free to play and you don't want to. However, just because she is viable at A0 does not mean that the A1 is not good. Her A1 is probably the most useful A1 in the entire game. Before I go into it though, I want to talk about what her moves do at base. This first move, Storm of Petals, you deal wind damage, blah blah blah, and grant this debuff Falling Petals for 2 turns. Falling Petals is when taking wind damage, increase the attack for that damage, the increase is equal to 18% of the exceeding 288% of crit multiplier. Also restore 16 SP. Now, this is good in a win team. This is not useful at all outside of a win team, just because literally the only thing you're getting from it is this Falling Petals buff. And Falling Petals will not activate unless you are dealing wind damage. So if you're using this move and you're dealing fire damage, then you're not getting the buff at all. Of course, they've thought about this, and boom, in comes skill 2. Increase attack for 2 turns, equal to 12% of the exceeding 288 of the 100% of crit multiplier. This, as you can see, is a smaller number than this. That is why this debuff is a lot better than this buff here. And why, now going into the A1, it's such a centerpiece for the A1. The condition to activate Falling Petals goes from dealing wind damage to all attributes. Instead of just activating when you deal wind damage, it now changes to all types of damage. So instead of just Frostgalemon and Shiatori being able to take advantage of this, now we see characters like Kasumi, characters like Makoto Yuki, characters like, I'm trying to think of an earlier single target, Mesa even, Yui, all of those characters now gain this buff. Also, increase the target's critical damage taken by 30%, so the enemy that you apply this debuff to is now taking 30% more critical damage. Amazing. That is absolutely amazing. All debuffers want crit. So this is just really good for your DPS. Then, Sweeper Allies attack, increase it. I am jumbling my words. Increase Sweeper Allies attack by 25% more. So, it turns this into a wind damage versus not wind damage to a single target versus multi-target, which is a whole lot more viable than wind damage or not, especially since wind damage is like the least utilized type of damage in this game. Literally 2 characters use it, one is a 5-star, one's a 4-star. Another thing I want to add before that is this little Sweeper Allies by 25% more. This does not mean this turns into a 37.8%. It's still a 12.8%, but then after this is applied, another layer is applied where it increases it by 25% again. So, first of all, that's amazing. Especially for a buffer that is so strong, making her even more viable in more teams is amazing. Absolutely great. I kind of already went through where she's usable, which is everywhere. You don't need to worry about, oh, will Winvast fit into this team? They don't deal wind damage. Will another buffer be better? No. She fits into any team, single target or multi-target, with this this little A1 here. My little final verdict, I'll say, is this A1 good. You can kind of probably tell by the little bit of glaze I've put on it. But yes, this is insanely good. It's kind of 50-50. If you don't have her, A1, whether or not Cord or Turbo might be a little bit better than her sometimes, with her A1, she is just amazing. She is going to basically make it so every single team can take advantage of her moves to the max ability possible, other than maybe, you know, if you had an A6 R6. This one was a little bit short, you know, last one was a little bit short as well. You know, the short videos are kind of fun. Like, of course, I'm also pretty tired. I'm kind of screwed, guys. I'm kind of screwed. So, Rin doesn't come out for another 2 weeks after this. So not next week, not the week after, and then the week after that is when she comes out. So, I am kind of screwed. I need to have another filler video next week. I don't know what I'm going to do, guys. I'm sorry, I really don't know what I'm going to do for it yet. But you know, if you enjoyed this one, subscribe, like, do whatever you want. I don't know, buddy. Share it with your uncle. I don't know, dude. I'm too tired for this. I'm gonna go take a nap, bro. Hope you had a good time, and peace.